Let's talk about the different types of economic systems. The objective of this section is to define economics and describe the two types of economic systems, capitalism and command economy. Economics is the study of how wealth is created and distributed. By wealth, we mean anything of value. How wealth is distributed simply means who gets what. The way in which people deal with these two issues determines the kind of economic system or economy that a nation has. Economics is usually studied from two perspectives. Microeconomics is the study of the decisions made by individuals and businesses. Macroeconomics is the study of the national economy and the global economy. Factors of production are the resources used to provide goods and services. There are four such factors: land and natural resources, elements in the natural state that can be used in production, such as crude oil, forests, minerals, land, water, and even air. Labor, human resources such as managers and employees. Capital, money, facilities, equipment, and machines used in operation and organizations. Entrepreneurship, the willingness to take risks and the knowledge and ability to use the other factors of production efficiently. An entrepreneur is a person who risks his or her time, effort, and money to start and operate a business. A nation's economic system significantly affects all the economic activities of its citizens and organizations. A country's economic system provides answers to four basic economic questions. What goods and services, and how much of each, will be produced? How will these goods and services be produced? For whom will these goods and services be produced? Who owns and controls the major factors of production? Capitalism is an economic system in which individuals own and operate the majority of businesses that provide goods and services. Adam Smith, in his book, Wealth of Nations, published in 1776, argued that a society's interests are best served when the individuals within that society are allowed to pursue their own self-interest. Adam Smith created the concept he called the invisible hand, which describes how a business owner's personal gain benefits others through the product that is produced or through the wages that are paid to workers, and a nation's economy through increased GDP, taxes, exports, etc. Adam Smith's capitalism is based on four fundamental issues, as seen in Figure 1.4. First, the creation of wealth is properly the concern of private individuals, not the government. Second, private individuals must own the resources used to create wealth, and the owners of resources should be free to determine how these resources are used. Third, Smith contended that economic freedom ensures the existence of competitive markets that allow both sellers and buyers to enter and exit as they please. The freedom to enter or leave a market at will has given rise to the term market economy, sometimes referred to as free market economy, an economic system in which businesses and individuals make the decisions about what to produce and what to buy. The market determines how much is sold and at what prices. Finally, in Smith's view, the role of government should be limited to providing defense against foreign enemies, ensuring internal order, and furnishing public works and education. With regard to the economy, government should only act as rulemaker and umpire. Smith believed that each person should be allowed to work towards his or her own economic gain without government interference. The French term laissez-faire describes Smith's system. Loosely translated, it means let them do, as they see fit. Capitalism in the United States. The U.S. economy is a mixed economy because it exhibits elements of both capitalism and socialism. In today's economy, the four basic economic questions are answered by three groups, as seen in Figure 1.5. Households are consumers of goods and services, as well as owners of some of the factors of production. Approximately 70% of U.S. production consists of consumer products for personal consumption. As resource owners, the members of households provide businesses with labor, capital, and other resources. As consumers, household members use their income to purchase the goods and services produced by businesses. Like households, businesses are engaged in two different exchanges. They exchange money for natural resources, labor, and capital, and they use their resources to produce goods and services. Then they exchange their goods and services for sales revenue. Government provides a variety of services that are considered important, but either A, would not be produced by private business firms, or B, would be produced only for those who could afford them. Examples would be national defense, police and fire protection, education, and construction of roads and highways. Command economics. A command economy is an economic system in which the government decides what will be produced, how it will be produced, for whom available goods and services will be produced, and who owns and controls the major factors of production. Two types of economic systems serve as examples of command economies. In a socialist economy, the key industries are owned and controlled by the government. Depending on the country, private ownership of smaller business is permitted to varying degrees. What to produce and how to produce it are determined in accordance with national goals. In a communist economy, almost all economic resources are owned by the government. The basic economic questions are answered through centralized state planning, which also sets prices and wages. Emphasis is placed on the production of goods the government needs, rather than on the products that consumers might want. Karl Marx is the father of communism.